everyone, and welcome into tonight's doubleheader here on North Metro TV on a rainy, misty Tuesday evening. I'm Blythe Whaley alongside Ted LaRue, and this is boys soccer up first in our doubleheader. But Ted, pumped to have you here.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time, I think, tonight. Like you said, weather was rolling in a little bit. We'll see what the remainder of the doubleheader here tonight has in store at Bengals Stadium. But I think, when we start to really dive into this matchup, we had SLP here at North Metro TV last week in a close battle with Centennial. But first of all, I think when you look for Blaine, for example, Demir Sesic and Barak Youssef, they've scored 10 of the Bengals' 17 goals this season. So those are two guys that you're certainly going to look to for Blaine to be able to do the scoring here today as well. You look to the other side for SLP, they got 3 scores that have done a majority of the scoring. You look at Jacob Knockin, Amin Lilcic, and Frank Ray. They've scored 13 of the 16 goals this season. So I think for both of these teams, they're going to look to, for Blaine, a couple of guys, for SLP, a trio of guys to, I think, really get this thing kind of going here today. So we'll see if the Panthers can maybe pull a little bit of an upset on the road.
Yeah, and we'll go through some of these guys later on, but we have some injuries on the Bengals here tonight. We have some sickness plaguing the Panthers, so potentially could even up some of the matchup, and even the rainy conditions always help even up a matchup. The ball slips through, gives a team opportunity that maybe they wouldn't have had.
Yeah, and SLP, like we had SLP Centennial, as I said last week, early in that matchup, which it was not raining, and there wasn't really a threat of weather in that game. The keeper kind of bobbled the ball a little bit, and SLP had a chance to maybe poke it away and maybe get a shot on net, but it certainly didn't go their way then. But in a rainy game like this, the keeper's got to be sound with that ball. I think that's a big thing, and maybe it can maybe they won't be able to corral it, I guess, as easily, and maybe some rebound chances in this game. In hockey they call it kind of those grimy goals. We'll see what happens here today as we're getting ready for the national anthem.
As we're going to get to look at our starting lineups for both of these teams. Ted, these guys are just getting after it and getting ready.
Yeah, we kind of talked about some of these players to watch earlier on. We talked about Jacob Knockin first for SLP. He's got 5 goals this season. He's the only player with more than 1 assist, and that's 6 right now. So not only is he going to be one of the top goal scorers, he's going to be one of the top playmakers and maybe getting his teammates the ball out of this. And he had a big game back against Irondale on August 25th with 3 goals and 5 assists as well. You looked at some of the Blaine starters. We talked about Demir Sesic before. He's got 6 goals this season. Barak Youssef with 4 goals as well. And then when you take a look at the leading setup men, Jonathan Yanni 4 assists, and Sam Spiriniak with 3 assists this season as well. Really excited about what this game has in store for us here this afternoon. Late afternoon, early evening. It's always a tough time to say. We know the second game is going to be evening, but you know, I guess we'll call it evening, for lack of a better term. It is getting dark. Maybe that's part of the cloudy weather and conditions here, but yeah.
I know, that sun is going down quite early, 7:30 roughly it sets, but definitely the dark conditions even earlier tonight.
You remember when the sun used to set at 9:15 p.m.? Boy, those days seem long time ago as the days continue to get shorter.
I miss it. I miss it. But as we are just about to have kickoff, Blaine Bengals there at the center circle to get things going here at home. Well, we're glad you're joining us. Hopefully you have maybe a blanket, trying to keep cozy on this rainy evening. You heard the whistle. Here we go, folks. Blaine Bengals going to work it around that back line. Try to help that attack move its way up here the near side. You want to set the tone in a rainy game, turf a little bit wet. How can you take advantage, create that momentum early on?
It's a really good pressure there to start for SLP, but Blaine doing a really good job with their passing, and as soon as I say that, it's a turnover, but
comes with the territory. I feel like a
Exactly,
lot of times,
exactly.
especially early on, these guys trying to feel out how the defense is going to play against them. But Demir Sessig helped get this ball, bouncing ball inside the box, but having to come up for it, Herrera Markwalt.
Sessich, the junior forward, in there a little bit. A first chance, I think, in this game. Blaine couldn't quite come up with something there.
Yeah, trying to come up this near sideline, but lets it roll out. Able to build up on that. Again, a little bit fast on the rolling turf. Some of those turnovers wanting to hone in on early. Ball up in the air. It's still a lot of action happening in the center of the field right now. Who's going to be the first one to get it into that final third?
Chance there, you know, pass looking for Mabororak Wayu, the senior there for SLP. But, you know, just like you said, a feeling out period, it certainly seems right now. And a lot of times in soccer, that can be the first 10 minutes of the game. That can be the first 15 minutes of the game. And, you know, all it takes is kind of one ball that gets in the right spot. That can maybe be the difference in a ball game.
And not able to beat the defender to keep possession. Swings back here to the Panthers, and an opportunity inside the box. Chasing it down, having to come out and make a big play. That's Alec Weil in net here for the Bengals.
You talk about Weil this season, 22 saves, 10 goals against, 68% save percentage, and just over 1.7 goals against this season. On the replay, you'll kind of see him, so you can see the wetness in the field kind of sliding through there. So yeah, that may be, at least for the time being, early here in the first half of this boys matchup. We'll see what happens with the weather later on, but that's something that, you know, with the field a little bit slick on this turf, we're gonna have to be aware of.
And to help push this up, Spornak trying to make something happen. A couple defenders right there on his back. Ball back to the Panthers, a throw in on the far side, having to work from deep in their own end. But I like that idea, switching it all to the way to the far side, or the near side for us. Bengals gaining possession outside the box, trying to get in it. Couldn't quite do it. He's taken down. Demir Sessig. You talked about him a lot, Ted.
Yeah, this is going to be, we'll see the foul here as you see the body contact. There's 17, Jonathan Castillo. And this is a really good set piece opportunity. There haven't been a lot of scoring chances right now. But Demir Sessig, the junior forward, going to have a good chance. We'll see how they approach it with a three-man wall right in front of him.
Now you're seeing Herrera Markwald trying to help line up that wall. Going over the post, trying to make sure he has that angle cut off
Hey, Frank, look up right there,
as
Frank,
much
right
as
there,
he
Frank,
can.
right there. Hey, Frank, no, go back, Frank, go back.
Sesic.
Right there.
Takes himself right into the wall. Blaine lucks out though. The pressure, able to get the possession right back.
Jacob Knockin was the one who kind of turned his body to be able to deflect that one away. But it was a pretty easy play there by the wall for Spring Lake Park, and the first really big scoring chance.
Another chance.
I paused because that was the second possibly the big scoring chance, but that first set piece here goes to the wayside. There you see, just kind of kicked it right into the middle of the wall, so that was kind of an easy play for the Panthers.
Free kick here for the Panthers. Gonna get everyone up, push up that field. Spornak. Bengals able to keep it at their feet as the defense has to track back. Try to make the cross, but at least get that corner kick that much sought out after set piece.
Spring Lake Park on their heels, I think, a little bit defensively right now. That's kind of the second opportunity there in a row where Blaine has gotten a lot of, you know, they're playing on that side of the field. The field's tilted, one might say, a little bit right now as the Bengals have a corner.
That was Zach Bem. Helping them get this corner kick. But Spornak trying to lock it in, trying to keep it. And exactly what the Bengals needed to do, push this one back, allow it to come from Weil. There's a big spacing in between.
You got to give credit as well to SLP on those last two chances. They're keeping it at bay and not maybe allowing a lot of other secondary chances right now.
Spornak in the box, taking a shot, and Herrera Markwald laying out.
Yeah, he had some pretty good saves the other night, so he kind of kept SLP in the game where it maybe could have been 1-0 early, it could have been 2-0 early, something like that. We see another look at it, sprawling out. So he's done a really good job this season. 41 saves, 15 goals against, and just north of a 70% save percentage this season. So we'll see if SLP is gonna lean on him maybe as this game progresses like they did the other night.
Panthers back in control. They'll send it up. Able to take care of business. Alec Weil again coming off that line.
That's the kind of ball that the Panthers need. Looking for Frank Ray, the senior forward, one of the top scorers on this team, but just out in front of him.
Yusuf all the way in and able to net it. This is a big thing for the Bengals. At home, going up early here. 32-36 left on that clock here in the first, but already putting themselves up 1-0.
So that's Barack Yusuf, his 5th goal of the season right now, and talked about it at the top of the broadcast, those two, and it's just the hustle, just kind of getting the inside edge, staying strong, and then just getting it past the keeper there on the other side. I think he might have went inside the keeper there and then going to the opposite side there. But big start for Blaine, going up 1-0 here early in this matchup. But, you know, we were just talking about it. The field appears to really be tilted in favor of Blaine, maybe over the last couple of minutes right now. So SLP's got to do something right now to be able to kind of at least get more opportunities, more scoring chances, more balls kind of going towards the other end.
So Coach Barry Aerosmith told me before the game, just excited, of course, to have Barack Yusuf back on this squad. Coming back from playing football after having now 4 goals in the past 3 games before today, and it's definitely someone they've been wanting back on their roster.
And he's really, like you said, he's really started this season off with a lot of momentum, gaining a lot of confidence early this season. And you know, this is an interesting, you know, I know we're very early in this contest, not even 10 minutes into this contest, but you know, it's really shifting towards Blaine right now.
Spornak trying to find Sesic. Would have been an impressive tackle, still able to body him off the ball, but it does slip out that sideline. Back here, Spring Lake Park, throw in. Knock in, give and go. Helping the Panthers get across the half line.
Now that's what you need to be able to do. You saw Blaine was really converging towards the ball there. Some quick passes and then a long ball along the sideline. They set it up really nicely, just once again a little bit too far out in front of Ray, like kind of a higher arcing ball was before in his direction.
Lincoln Olsen helping Herrera Markwald curl this ball in. Able to settle things down. As you mentioned, Ted, just not even 10 minutes off this clock. Needing his guys to know, hey, we are still in this game.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot can happen, as we've seen in 10 minutes of a game, but still at 1-0, and you know they play what 80 minutes, 40-minute halves here. So, you know, right now it's about remaining sound, remaining fundamental on defense for SLP, and being like, okay, Blaine's doing this correctly, and what do we got to do to be able to kind of get some offensive chances down the other side.
Ball through the middle. Yusuf has it deflected out. Saw Herrera Markwald trying to make a play on that ball, not give up this corner kick that they just did. Second corner kick of the night.
Yeah, you can see the ball goes off of the defender. Not sure what the number was or who exactly what that was, but you said he was trying to prevent the corner. Of course, if he's able to grab it, then he can do something with it, but now a chance for Blaine.
Arcing ball in and nearly looked from this angle, had the chance of going.
That's exactly what you want. That's exactly, you know, you got the right guy in the right place at the far post. There's Ezra Samidio, the sophomore midfielder for Blaine. Good scoring chance there, but you know, just maybe a little bit of the wrong angle. Stays 1-0.
So we're going to switch sides over here to the near side. Demir Sesic now we're going to take it from the corner flag. Ball going long, connection, but not that finishing touch.
So that's one where, you know, it's clearing the other post by a long shot, and you know, I think maybe the little bit of indecision there is like, hey, am I going to head this? Am I going to maybe play it off my chest and then get it back to my foot and play it that way? But you know, so maybe should have done the latter. But here we go, third consecutive corner kick.
Sesic, ball at his feet, onto the crossbar. That is the hardest bouncing ball to feel as a keeper. Herrera Markwald, just knowing how close range that ball really was.
Oh man, the ball just kind of bouncing back and forth between Panther and Bengal. I shouldn't say feet, I should maybe say paws if I'm talking about Panthers and Bengals down there. But, you know, just that's about as close and as good of an opportunity as you could get for Blaine. You see, you know, just ball bouncing right in front of Sesic, and he gets it back to his left foot, but it's kind of blocked away. You get the keeper sprawling out Kai Herrera Markwald. Nice job in there, Micah Getz defensively, the senior for SLP. So, yeah, that could have been dangerous for the Panthers, but good job kind of staying sound and maybe getting a little bit lucky getting that ball out there.
Knocking, getting things pushed up for the Panthers. Trying to make something happen. Gets stripped away. Knockin recovers it back. Back and forth, Bengals with it. Now a foul here on Knockin. So free kick coming. Camara stepping up to take it. Takes it easy. Playing over here. Into with some space, able to get the cross and almost off of the defender into the goal, but luckily that goalpost right there to help Herrera Markwald make that save.
So that, at least from my vantage point, looked like it might have went off YU, the Panther defender there, and let's take another look here exactly what happened as the ball played. Yeah, it does go off of that. That's very dangerously close to an own goal type of situation, and then it goes off the post. Boy, that's SLP. They are dodging some bullets here, no question.
Spornak trying to pepper it in. Evan Herrera Markwald on his toes, that's for sure. Wanting some of this pressure to forgo for a little bit.
I mean, in hockey, of course, you've got power plays and penalty kills. I mean, right now it just looks like Blaine is on the power play. SLP is on the penalty kill, but how much action there is right now at this side of the field, how many good quality chances Blaine is getting at the net. Right now, the Bengals 4 shots on net and 4 corners, and it's 0-0 on the other side in those categories for the white shirts of Spring Lake Park.
Camara. Then get things back in the Bengals' control. But swiftly ripped away. Panthers back at it. Up to Ray. Talked about Ray in the open, just being one of those players for the Panthers that's able to strike.
And he knew it right after he dealt that ball. He kind of puts his head up in the air and in a little bit of frustration there. I mean, they have not had many of those opportunities. So, you know, you certainly get what he's trying to do there, you know, trying to get the cross to the other side, get some momentum towards the net. But here we go. We see if they have another chance here.
Panthers trying to split the defenders. Tripped up, looks like he's all right, but wanting that opportunity back. Knockin playing that ball down the far flank. Not as strong of a cross, but able to get on the end of it and try to make a play.
So this ball may have hit the side of the net. Little reaction from the crowd. Couldn't quite see, as there was a good amount of body traffic down there to see exactly what happened, but we're going to get another look at this and see exactly how this went. Oh, it went off of the keeper's foot, and that kept it from going off the side of the net. So there was a ball in front of the net. Good opportunity maybe for SLP, and this is what we talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, kind of those little mistakes, you know, whether it's weather-induced or not, but those little mistakes that maybe a little bit of a wet field can happen, and that was certainly one of them. You know, the way things have going for SLP, you know, those are ones that, you know, that you kind of get a little bit frustrated, you know, want to be able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Ray sent the ball just in front, allowing the Bengals to step in, gain control back.
Ready.
Throw in here on the near side, Camara lining up to take it. Brendan Block stepping on the pitch. Defense really needs to be clearing that thing quickly. Spornak able to get on the end of it.
I mean, our first goal scorer, Yusuf, right there, right after that throw-in, does a really good job, almost like a basketball player, boxing out a little bit, getting some really good position and kind of sealing off the defender a little bit, kind of allowing maybe that play to continue and get a good scoring chance there for Blaine. But like you said, yeah, you got to clear that ball in that type of situation if you're Spring Lake Park.
I love it. We've almost incorporated all the sports. I mean, we talked hockey, basketball.
We got
football.
Yeah, we'll get them all. We'll get them all. You mentioned them. We'll get baseball in there. We'll get softball in there. Lacrosse. Yeah, we'll make it happen by the time this doubleheader is done.
The Bengals going 1v1, trying to go end line.
That's a good job, good defense there by Maxwell Olson, 12 and white of SLP, kind of getting that position, you know. In football, here we go, another sport. They call it setting the edge, right, to be able to work everything to the inside. And that's kind of the defensive play that Olson was making there.
Spornak plays it out wide. Getting the cross in, trying to corral it back. Bengals inside the box, now just outside it. Ball arced in, just about on the head.
Sam, support.
The Bengals have been doing a good job keeping possession down here. We've talked about the minutes that have been spent, but not a corner kick resulting from this, just a very deep throw-in.
Track him, Max, track him.
Hard first touch here for Spornak, giving it back here to the Panthers. Goal kick coming from Herrera Markwald.
Maybe this is an opportunity for Spring Lake Park to kind of reset, get the ball to the midfield, get the ball beyond the midfield, gain possession for a little bit, string some passes together, even if it's like, you know, not necessarily a goal, even if it's kind of just creating some forward momentum. I think that could certainly help Spring Lake Park, and this is going to help them a little bit with a foul near midfield.
Yeah, we always say, too, alleviating that back line, the time that they are having to spend defending, give them that break. Even if you're not able to score, you're giving them a chance to be able to reset. But ball out here on the near side. Panthers, Hollenbeck coming up to take the throw. You're seeing some movement, guys coming in.
You see that last throw-in, really good chance. You know, of course, down there on that end of the field where a lot of the game hasn't been played so far, but just kind of throwing it past your teammate a little bit, kind of an opportunity that goes to the wayside there for the Panthers.
Panthers back with it, knocking, getting it out wide. Trying to build the possession. Switching the angle here, moving on to the near side. This is Ray going 1v1 with Kumara.
See, even something like that where you're stringing multiple passes together, you're moving the ball well, you're progressing down the field, things like that. That's going to at least gain a little bit of confidence. And now, I believe, is it going to be a corner? It looks like it's going to be a corner here, or at least, yeah, it looks like it's being a corner.
I believe that's knocking, taking it. Up and over everyone, no one on that backside.
Yep, you took the words right out of my mouth. No one on the backside. Blaine did a good job kind of tying everybody up, kind of keeping everybody towards the middle, and the ball certainly looked like it was going far on that.
Panthers getting some much needed minutes here in the attack as Blaine scoops it right back, but Panthers right here to try to lock it in, delay some of that forward momentum.
So they got a little bit of something going there, right? They're working it towards the box a little bit more, but you see the foul there. A little bit of contact from Brendan Block, the junior midfielder here. Well, another opportunity, this time on a set piece for SLP.
Able to be first two, but that first touch doesn't help them out. Given back here to the Bengals. Sent up, trying to find Yusuf. Hollenbeck back with it in his hands. Here for the near side throw in. 18 minutes, 5 seconds left here in the first half. Our 1-0 matchup. Blaine on top. Yusuf inside the box. One defender, another one coming. Able to make a big play inside the box, stopping it up. Panthers needed that clear more than anything.
Shout out Wyatt Hollenbeck on the recovery. They're doing a great job when Yusuf certainly did have the advantage. You know, Yusuf kind of slows down a little bit to kind of get a better shot at the net, but Hollenbeck with some great recovery speed, right? Like a defensive back on the football field when the wide receiver maybe gets a little bit of an edge and get that speed to kind of get back to be able to cover him. That's what you saw, and that kind of prevented a better scoring opportunity there.
Oh yeah, now getting a little bit more football into the mix. Different kind of football than what we're seeing out there.
Football here. Football. I just need to pronounce that O a little bit instead of the Minnesota ow. That short A sound.
Getting aggressive here in the middle of the field. Referee trying to settle these guys down. An opportunity though for the Panthers. Another free kick. All over 35 yards. But everyone up, trying to give the Panthers a chance.
I gotta get goal side.
Looks like Anthony Porter playing this one into the box. As the Bengals look to clear. Panthers trying to stick around.
I've noticed Blaine's size. They just, you know, you kind of look at these guys on the field, and that's when you get some of those set pieces. Sometimes that size, as we got a ball forward here for Blaine, that's cleared out by Herrera Markwell. But sometimes that size, especially, you know, defensively, you can kind of tie up your opposition, and you're seeing that size and strength maybe going to the advantage right now. The Bengals, as we got some subs into this one.
Sam Christensen stepping in, the sophomore. Micah Getz, another one of those substitutions, but 4 guys coming in here for the Panthers. Getting some fresh legs. See how long they play of these final 15 minutes in the first half.
Spring Lake Park has gotten a few more opportunities here as we've gotten a little bit later on in the first half, but you know, down just 1-0. Need to keep at it, keep at it, keep at it, keep chopping wood, as they say, and eventually you'll maybe crack something there. Right as I say that, by the way, field goal good over the goalpost. You know, a fantastic ball and a fantastic opportunity. Look at this cross going in front of what, 4 Blaine defenders and finding it right on the foot of, it appeared, 16. Yeah, you talked about him coming in. Sam Christofferson, the sophomore forward, but just going high there.
Ball out that end line, a corner kick awarded to the Panthers. Haven't said that much here in the first half, so how can they use this opportunity? Stepping up.
I talked about the size before. It wouldn't surprise me if on one of these corners they just kind of kick it into the open field and maybe not shoot it towards the net here and see if they can set something up that way.
Ball sent in, Spring Lake Park on the end of it, keeping possession. We'll have to work it around. Lincoln Olsen trying to use Samudo.
Yeah, once again, kind of the size of that ability, getting the ball to kind of drift out of the box. Not a lot of opportunities there for SLP on that corner kick. And now with just north of 13 minutes to go, Blaine now maybe has a chance on their side of the field to add to this lead.
Porter getting taken down on the far side. No call, throw in here for the Bengals. Probably a good call there. Just trips himself almost. Again, the turf maybe a little bit slippery, a little bit slick from that rain.
Josh, where you going? Stay with them.
Spring Lake Park has gotten 2 corner kicks, so 2 of those set pieces here in this half, with Blaine still doubling them up there with 4, and the Panthers still with the goose egg on the board as far as shots on goal. So obviously you're not going to score any goals if you don't have any shots on goal. Got to get it, at least get that type of scoring opportunity. So Spring Lake Park needs to be able to get in a better situation, in a better spot to be able to get some of those shots.
Sesek, long range shot fired, but over crossbar. Again, he is one of those guys willing to take the shots, give that ball a chance. It's worked out for him quite a bit here already this season.
Yeah, why not? You're playing with a 1-0 lead. The field has been slanted in your direction. You know, it's been tough for Spring Lake Park to maybe go coast to coast, as one might say, and play on their side end of the field. So yeah, certainly a no harm of that type of shot and opportunity.
Come on, we gotta get goal side right away.
Ball Ball in the center of the field. About 4 Bengals able to help stop this ball up. Substitutions coming here for the Bengals. Indeed, being one of those guys. We saw him helping him out, move that ball up this near sideline quite a bit already. We'll see how that looks here for the final 11.
Sam Sporniak taking a seat on the Blaine bench right now. We talked about him and as he opened as one of the leaders in assists on the team right now. So we'll see who Blaine maybe turns to get some of their offense going as we approach single digits as far as minutes remaining here in the first half.
Yeah, I touched about it earlier on in this matchup, but a few of those guys injured here for the Bengals. Asher Anderson, Gail Valdez, and Jonathan Yanni all out for injuries tonight. It's still early in the season. We'll see what that looks like going forward, but not getting any of their play tonight.
Yeah, we just talked about Sporniak going to the bench, and you just mentioned Yanni not available for those games. Those are the top 2 assist guys right now. So as far as the personnel on the field for the Bengals, they're going to have to maybe turn to some fresh guys in terms of maybe setting up a possible goal here.
Much needed defensive stop, not allowing that cross to be sent through. Wayu. Not quite getting a touch on it to keep it in the Panthers' possession to try to help them get it out of their own end. We'll stay here, Bengals. Working on that back line. All dribbled into the box. But right away, sent back away from it. Bengals still going to work. Switching it on here, Kamara against Knockin. Now this is exactly what the Panthers need, a good transition, and they're looking to do it on the far side with momentum, speed, making the Bengals have to track back. Bengals didn't give them too much time with possession. See the defense having to trace back. And an awesome slide tackle here for the Panthers to stop up what looked like some speed going down that far side.
Yeah, great job by Micah Gatson. Good recovery there by the senior, because it certainly looked like Blaine had the advantage there to be able to set something up with multiple guys kind of running towards the net.
Rare Markwald gearing up here for the punt. Knockin'. Setting his teammate up.
It's offside.
You hear the whistle, and obviously Alec Weil hasn't had to make too many saves back there. Wasn't sure if that one was going to be on, so he still made a play on it.
Yeah, we see the back end of it, but it looked like just maybe a little bit offsides before that ball was touched there.
White you. Stay front, White. Stay in front.
Inda stopped up here by Hollenbeck.
25 in, 25 in. Same is yours, same is yours.
Yeah, Hollenbeck's played a pretty good defensive game before. I've kind of called his name a couple of times, but he's in there making some good hustle plays, giving good effort defensively for the Panthers right now.
Jacob. Good win.
Knockin' almost playing it to himself. He skied that one up, tracked it down. The guys tangled up. I'll let this one play on.
Come here, Johnny.
But first, some substitutions coming in, one from each team. Brock Youssef coming back here for the Bengals. We've seen the threat that he can be. Also Cameron Stewart coming back here for the Panthers. Ball in on the far side. And recovered back to the Panthers up that far flank. They're gonna have some space. Trying to slot it in, giving up to Knockin. One on, tripped up. Referee.
Some big contact, a big slide tackle there on a ball down the far sideline. You see Knockin and the 26, Landon Peterson, the senior there for Blaine. Knockin a little bit slow getting up. And of course, he's a guy you can ill afford to not be out there, as he's one of your top scorers. But he is going to stay out there, as the Panthers will throw this one in.
See Knockin. And the intended target for that throw-in. Hauling back. Having a guy literally on his back.
There you see the physicality. You know, just kind of, it's tough to be able to handle that when you know you got a guy that's a little bit stronger than you. You got to be able to hold your own and try to draw a whistle, and that's exactly what happened. We'll see if SLP can make the most of it.
Substitution that just came in. We said Cameron Stewart came in and he was having to get going quickly, tracking that one back. But Bengals on the far side. Recovered here in the middle to stay with the Blaine Bengals. Shot fired, but right at Herrera Markwald, not having to move to make the play. I mean, he is wearing the bright color. Might be a little bit hard to shoot away from him. Eyes almost drawn right to it.
We got quite the popping colors here from the keepers today. We got purple on one side. We got lime green, of course, on the other side. Lime green, a very popular color for the keepers. I thought Spring Lake Park, they've done better defensively and in their defensive structure and how they're trying to prevent Blaine from getting down. You know, early in the matchup, we were talking about it at nauseum of just how much this field was tilted in favor of the Bengals. But SLP, they've been getting better. Now, they don't have any shots on goal. Going to need to get more of those chances. But, you know, they're chipping away slowly but surely.
Free kick here for the Panthers as Porter was making his way up the field. Looks like it's going to come from Knockin. Seen him do well with set pieces. Wanted to make sure his teammates up. But an opportunity, as you saw, Wiles stepping off that line and not securing the ball right away. So if the Panthers could have got a touch, that one could have been.
Yeah, it's a good ball. You know, Knockin looking for Christofferson in the box. It does hit the ground, and at that point, it's just a matter of who's going to be able to track it first. And Wild does a really good job at having the awareness to kind of get it on top of it and prevent Christofferson to be able to have a chance to put that one home.
Knockin couldn't get around Kumara. He's having to work, being in the center of the field. That defense collapses on him quite a bit. Trying to lock it in. Panthers pushing it out that far sideline. Bengals trying to get past half. Just a minute 40 remaining here in the half. Still our 1-0 score, and we'll see if anything changes here in the final moments.
Yeah, with the Panthers here with possession, at least for the time being, yeah, it is going to stay with them here. Could be a good opportunity to, you know, end this half, 65 seconds to go, and see if they can make a rush and get a good shot towards the net, at least to be able to build some of that momentum.
Here, possibly something to help build that momentum. Ball sent inside the box, still having its way around to Weil.
They were looking for Christofferson here on the near side, couldn't get it done, but on that second chance opportunity, excuse me, great job by Weil, kind of jumping in there and taking control of the situation, grabbing that ball and preventing a second scoring opportunity for Spring Lake Park.
30 seconds to go here in the first half. Panthers in control. Porter. Playing, knocking back to Porter inside the box. Almost that chance that the Panthers needed to finish out the half.
They're getting so close. I mean, they are building momentum. They're building confidence right now. And, you know, as long as they start chipping away, I think they could get one in. Anthony Porter, a little bit frustrated there on this last play. You see Porter getting twisted up. Maybe the ball just a little bit in front of them with the opposing midfielder for Blaine. But, boy, this is, you know, they just keep on chipping away and chipping away and chipping away. I know that they don't have any shots on goal and none of those opportunities, but this game looked a lot different, I think, in the final 20 minutes than it did in the first 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I know these guys been working hard out there. One's bound to slip by, if that's another one for the Bengals or one to tie it up here for the Panthers. We'll see what the second half has in store. We'll be back for more soccer action here coming up after the break. Welcome back here to Blaine High School as we take a look at what happened here in this first half before we step into the second. But of course, the Panthers traveling to take on Blaine here at home. That's Porter playing this one up. Wayu just about inside the box, but Sporniak on the other side. A nice opportunity there against Herrera Markwald. And just about with that bouncing ball inside the box, Blaine really trying to pepper this ball in. Even the defense trying to put it in for him.
Yeah, a lot of some really close chances in this game. Spring Lake Park towards later in the game. I mean, that's one that's kind of snuck by the keeper, excuse me, there. And, you know, getting it to Sam Christofferson. He goes a little bit high with the shot as well. But, you know, it was Blaine getting this goal earlier in the matchup from Barak Youssef, his 5th goal of the season to kind of get this thing going. And that's where we stand, 1-0 right now for the Bengals. But, you know, the SLP played well, I think, at the end of that first half. And now I'm really interested to see what happens here. First 5 minutes, first 10 minutes, something like that. Does Blaine take the momentum back, or can the Panthers kind of really carry over what they were able to put together towards the end of that last frame?
Only time will tell, Ted.
That's why we play the games
yeah,
here, Blake.
Exactly.
You know,
yeah.
I can talk about what I think is going to happen, but you know, we got a field out there, we got a ball out there, we got 11 on 11. Let's do it.
Whistle goes. The Panthers in control first. We saw them get some more minutes with the ball as the game went on. The second half, a little bit of a fresh start, just down a goal. However, Ted, we were talking before this game, just this matchup over the last 5 years has been down to just a 1-goal differential. So What does that look like to try to get this ball in the back of the net?
Yeah, and especially when you have these schools as close as they are in the area that they are, you know, it's always these kids see each other, you know, all the time, and you know they play, I'm sure, with each other during the summers as well. So there's a lot of familiar faces, maybe on both sides. So you really get that competition up, you know, for a game like this. You always see the claws during the cat clashes, you might say.
Of course, only fitting. Wayu coming up this near sideline. Bengals gonna stop up, keep the defensive pressure and dominance that they had in the first half. They get it right back. Sesic able to play it up. Yusuf, does he have a second goal in him? Just about, just goes far left.
Great speed by Barak Yusuf, looking for his second goal of the game, and you see him with a really good head of steam. He knows the defender is trailing him a little bit, so if he slows down, the defender is going to be able to get back and maybe make that tackle and prevent him from getting a shot off. So sometimes when you're not able to slow down, it's kind of maybe hard to get an accurate ball on that. Just goes a little bit wide.
Yeah, what a difference that would have made had the Bengals netted a second one this early on in the second half, but not the case. Yusuf still getting after it. A couple defenders trying to double team him. Gets it up to Sporniak. Able to put one on Herrera Markwald. A mishandled ball, but eventually able to lay it out on it. Sporniak actually scored in the last time these two teams matched up. Out of those last 5 games, I said 3 of them being a 1-goal difference, but 2 of them being ties. It was a 2-2 game, and Sporniak one of those goals. So he might be one of those guys later on in this matchup that might put another one in, especially if the Panthers find a way to tie this up.
And a 2-0 lead, especially considering the way the shots are. I mean, you got 8 shots on net for Blaine. You got nothing for Spring Lake Park. A 2-goal lead for Blaine. I mean, you hate to use the term insurmountable when we just got back from break from halftime and we're just getting going in the second half, but it certainly seems like a lot. Looking to make it 2 here.
Yusuf trying to make anything happen inside that box, but the defense knowing the mission at hand, get this ball out.
Good job defensively there by Getz, kind of sticking around, you know, playing high, and then he does the tackle low to be able to kick the ball away, getting a set piece, corner kick upcoming here for the Bengals.
Yeah, Kumara getting ready to put this ball inside the box. It's up and no one able to place this one towards net. It's always an unfortunate thing on set pieces like this. No one able to redirect this one. Bounces
you
right through.
you got a couple of guys in the area. You had, you know, one streaking towards the net, one kind of posting up a little bit, but yeah, nothing doing as far as that one.
Ball back, coming up that far side, trying to work it through the middle, but that's exactly where the defense, Porter, was lurking to try to take it over here for the Panthers. Wayu wanting to run onto it, out in front of him a bit, so Weil able to collect and help these Bengals bring on another attack. Stick around here as Getz. And a couple throw-ins in a row. Goes over Porter.
Ball retriever on this side, getting some work here as they keep on kicking it onto the new track. Of course, Blaine and Centennial both getting some new tracks around their fields here this summer, this off season, headed into the fall season.
Hey, give me 2!
scoreboard over at Centennial as well, as they've made some upgrades. So a lot of upgrades been going on here at these stadiums, football, soccer facilities around the area.
Little step right. Right there.
Kumara setting up to take this. Got a couple guys in the wall. He's going to have to try to go around if he tries to look at the net. Rara Markwald. Ready, splitting the D.
Yeah, just a two-man wall there. I think Knockin's one of them. Kind of hard to tell who the other one is there. Here's another look. This is going to be a really good look right there. Kind of splitting it. And it kind of, I'm not sure if it went off of Knockin. I don't think it did. But yeah, just trying to see what you can make of that, whether it goes off of the defenders and they're able to have a second chance at it, or in that case split it, but just firing it just a little bit.
Panthers trying to make a move, keeping things going up the far sideline until that's knocked out, giving it right back to Blaine. Spornak has it stripped away. He had it for just a moment. Wayu inside the box, around one defender, a couple collapsing, able to make a play, and Weil right there at the right time.
Mubarak Wayu, first shot on net for Spring Lake Park, and that is as good of a scoring opportunity. He had a reaction after that one. We see another look in the box and getting by two Blaine defenders. Really good job. Even he's running perpendicular to where the net is to be able to turn his hips and get that good enough shot on. That's an impressive play. But Weil in good position to be able to make the stop.
You've said it how many times that this Panther team has just continued to gain momentum, get a little bit better opportunities as this game continued, and that was, as you said, the best they've had.
And considering they've been getting better, you got to give credit to their defense right now, because there were chances to maybe 2-0, 3-0, and you know that can kind of really get you down a little bit more and obviously make it a lot more insurmountable. But you know, I think this game just being a one-goal game and how they've been able to kind of just get better and maybe have this field a little bit less slanted, I think that's kind of really kept them in a really good mental spot to be able to get better scoring chances as this game goes along. That one was as good as it's going to get. So Spring Lake Park, I don't know if I want to say quite yet that they've got the momentum in this game, but it's certainly maybe starting to sway that way a little bit.
Yeah, or at least our head is turning to both sides of the field a lot more than it did in that first half. Seeing those transitions working out for them, but Spornak trying to help the Bengals gain possession. Panthers touching it out. Bengals back with it. Sessick working around one, second one right in front of him. Gonna have to go through the middle. Spornak not able to turn to keep that momentum going through the box. But at least for the Blaine Bengals, they still have possession, able to work this ball around. Yusuf does have a second goal. This one will be called back for offsides, but you see he has the target right there and able to make it count. But will he have another opportunity just like that?
We see off the set piece. Yeah, you can see, I mean, by a yard and a half or so, he's offsides. He was excited to celebrate his second goal, but maybe wasn't quite sure where he was on the field quite at that point.
Ball sent forward. This is the Panthers' opportunity they've been waiting for. No one able to poke that one in. It was right on the doorstep.
That was Frank Ray on the far side doing exactly what he's supposed to do. You look at the chase here. You got a couple of guys. Well, maybe it was just the one, but you put it in a really good spot and maybe just a half a stride behind to be able to tie that game. I mean, they just get closer and closer and closer. right now. And as they continue to get this opportunities, like I said, their defense needs to still remain strong right now, because a 2-0 lead, if Blaine's able to get one in the back of the net, could completely change this matchup.
Spornak, Demir trying to use him. Looking to do the give and go. Defense able to clear it out. Dangerous ball sent in, but stopped up right away. And the Panthers, Porter back with it at his feet. Has a lot of space, gonna continue to keep the space with Spring Lake Park. Tried to switch the angle. But Bengals showing the dominance there in the midfield. Back and forth we go. Panthers at it for a moment. Back to the Bengals. Touched away, Wayu. Some space for knocking, but defense right there.
SLP they're making the right passes. They're making the right plays right now. They just need to continue to stick with their game.
Porter. Again, space at his feet, looking to send it long. Ray going 1v1 to get inside the box. He had it, but falling down, not able to keep it in play.
A little bit of contact. Not sure if it was enough for a foul there with Ray, but he's doing a really good job on this far side. We take a look at the bat. A little bit of contact there, but it looks like the defender got the ball and Ray maybe just stumbled a little bit there. But it's very clear what they're trying to do. They're trying to get him kind of running to get the ball, get the speed, and be able to cross it towards the middle. So we'll see if Blaine is going to adjust to that a little bit more, or if SLP is going to be able to eventually convert off of that type of opportunity.
So 27-30 left in the matchup. Still 1-0 Bengals lead. Panther Bengal 1v1 to see that ball out of bounds. Goal kick coming. Alec Weil in his junior season.
A little bit of tussling down here. Look at this after the play. He's got him hooked around by the arm there, and they talk about the one-leg takedown in wrestling. That's the one-arm takedown down there in the end zone. That clearly equates into a Blaine goal kick here.
Bengals able to clear, getting it up. Youssef. He's in the box again, but Herrera Markwald able to scoop it up as that one slipped out in front. Panthers, Wayu and Getz trying to work together to move this one up, but Bengals back with it, giving it right back. Wayu and knocking. Gaining possession to find Ray, but in between, Blaine has been able to step and gain possession back just enough to stop him up, but knocking ball at his feet, driven ball towards net, and just about the tying goal. Knocking the strong strike from distance, just about tied it up.
And he's their guy. I mean, he hasn't maybe gotten as much shot opportunities, but going just over the crossbar here. I believe Weil might have gotten a fingertip on it, and it goes off of the crossbar. Oh, man. It's crazy just how many of these opportunities the Panthers have got, and yet you look at the board, and it's just one shot on goal because, these shots maybe going a little bit high, going a little bit wide, and, maybe some of the crosses maybe don't connect a little bit. But, we talk about chances, we talk about opportunities. Another one knocking. Looking here with a set piece and a free kick. He was looking for Frank Ray, and that's the connection. Knockin and Ray seems to be who they're looking for right now. Maybe just got tied up a little bit. You know, the timing wasn't quite right on that feed towards the middle, but that's what they were looking for at that point. We mentioned at the top of the broadcast, those are 2 of the guys that have scored 13 of the 16 goals in this game, so it's no surprise that those are the guys that are certainly getting the ball and getting the looks a lot more right now.
Something else to note about the Panthers is just those guys out with sickness. There's at least 4 guys actually out with sickness. Reyes, Gonzalez, Lilich, and Bacala.
And I mean, Lilich was one of those 3 that was one of the leading scorers.
We'll call this one back. You saw it go in the back of the net, but not so fast. This one will stay 1-0.
Offsides as the flags went up there. We'll take another look at it to see exactly how this one played out. Really good ball, really good crossing opportunity, but yeah, that's just a little bit out in front right there for Blaine.
Zach Bem trying to get to celebrate a goal here in the matchup. He'll have to do it again to be able to actually have that go on the scoreboard. But 23 minutes to go in the matchup. Zach Bem with the throw-in, getting things going here for the Bengals. Defense tracking back to help Herrera Markwald have some space to come out to make the play.
Player down, that is Ray, who we've talked a lot about, throughout the course of this broadcast. Looks like he's going to get up and looks like he's going to walk it off, and he's going to be okay as well. So got a good one going on here with just north of 20 minutes to go. Got the girls game, second half of a doubleheader coming up next, featuring these same 2 schools. So more Cat Clash action coming up near 7 o'clock.
An opportunity here for the Panthers, trying to go quickly. Porter, ball at his feet. Defense aware though. With the track back. This is exactly what Yusuf wanted. Some more space here, trying to get into the final third, taking a 1v1 attack to Spornak, and Spornak nets it. Upper near side 90. What a play between Yusuf and Spornak, putting them up 2-0.
Get the ball on the foot of Barak Yusuf and good things happen. It started off in the second half where he was getting a lot of opportunities, and what a great ball it is here. He's defended really well, just a little bit of a tap, gets it out in front, and it goes off the inside of the post and in. Sam Spriniak getting it, and this will be a really good look out of it, you know, just going right off of that post on the inside. It was very close from maybe deflecting back out and not being a goal, as we've seen the post kind of involved at different points throughout this game. But Blythe, you know, for as much as Spring Lake Park has been doing, as much positive they've been doing on offense, that's a back-breaking goal. I mean, right now, down to just north of 20 minutes to go, the halfway point here in the second half. Just one shot on net for Spring Lake Park. This seems to be like a tall climb back right now for the Panthers.
Oh yeah, definitely tough. Not unheard of, but making it harder and harder as we get later on in the matchup. 21-30 left as the Bengals still going to work inside the box.
Oh, Yusuf was just waiting for one right there. That ball kind of coming towards the middle, and he was getting ready to bury that one, maybe make it 3-0.
I said the last matchup they had, they tied it 2-2. So still possible to have the same result. As you said, difficult. Playing this one back, letting Alec Weil help him change the attack angle. Gonna swing it here to the near side. Landon Peterson playing it up. Yusuf. Again the cut. Trying to touch it through the middle, but Blaine's still in control. Offsides. And again, looks like.
If I'm Blaine right now, knowing I think the game situation and where it's at with this 2-goal lead, I mean, if I get possession of that ball, I'm trying to work it around. I'm trying to, you know, maybe work this clock as much as I can to take those opportunities away from Spring Lake Park right now. Obviously still looking to attack, you know, because you get this thing to 3-0, and that's game, set, match, as they say in another different fall sport here. But yeah, I'm trying to kind of hold possession as long as I can to be able to maybe bleed away the chances that Spring Lake Park has to be able to get 1 goal or maybe even a couple of goals to tie this game.
Like that, slipping in another sport here before we get down to it.
We're getting them all. We're getting them all here. We got football. This is another kind of football. We've got volleyball in there, so we're getting it all in.
Yusuf stopped up. Spornak getting around one defender, playing it off. Able to go 1v1. The sideline, the cross. No target on that far side, just up and over everyone. All laid off. And a slow shot towards net. Defense able to scoop that one away. But as you said, Blaine just using up a lot of clock.
Yeah, and I'd expect that to do the case, work the ball around, see if you can get a good shot opportunity, but, you know, it's all about that situational awareness.
An opportunity here for the Panthers as Porter lines up and takes it on Weil.
That's I like that chance because there was some Blaine defense converging. You know, I know that's like, hey, try to get a better chance at the net. You know, the keeper is kind of standing there. It's a pretty easy save for him, but you can kind of see it here on the replay. Blaine defenders trying to converge, and if he doesn't fire it away there, it's probably going back the other way, and Blaine's able to kind of get the tackle and the turnover there. So, hey, you know, see if you can maybe get the keeper to drop the ball and get a second chance, but doesn't go that way. Weil pretty sure-handed.
That gives the Panthers their second shot on goal. Some more substitutions coming in. Some fresh legs, or as fresh as they can be. 18:38 remaining, coming from Weil. Spornak trying to get some position, had a defender on his back. Spornak trying to find Beam. Coming up the near side.
Blaine with 2 wins in conference play already this season. Just the 1 conference loss coming into this game. Of course, another area school, Centennial, really good on the boys soccer pitch. They're undefeated. Them and Osseo, the only undefeated teams in conference right now. So this would vault Blaine to their 3rd conference win if they can find a way to get it done here when all is said and done.
Christofferson playing it up to Porter. Does Ray around a couple defenders, but the third was waiting. Sherian playing it forward here for Blaine. Rara Markwald sending up the goal kick as the Panthers look to get something going. Now getting into the attack. Hollenbeck. Up Christofferson to Porter. Porter 1v1. I've seen them try to find Ray numerous times on that far right side.
Yeah, they were trying there. They were trying, just maybe a little bit off on the timing. A little bit. Porter's really trying to create some things in there, as you mentioned. Really trying to be the point to create some offense.
So coming back the other way, Blaine getting into the final third inside the box. Got tripped up. Referee will let this one go.
Yeah, no contact apparently. Abdul Muhammad, the junior midfield, wanted a whistle. As you can see his reaction on the play. Not sure if they just got tangled up or exactly what happened, but we play on. That would have been a penalty kick since it did occur within the box there.
Porter dancing around, even more defenders through that midfield, helping lay this one up for Ray to run onto. You see the speed getting around the one defender, but out in front, that second defender able to clean things up for Blaine. Camara helped get it across half. See a Panther down on the turf on the far side. Can't quite see his number, I'm not sure. You see Camara.
Yeah, both guys going for the ball. It looks like maybe their knees collide, shins collide, something to that effect. 3 for Spring Lake Park. That's Ezra Samudio over there, the sophomore midfielder for the Panthers. Kind of stretching out that right leg. A little bit. It appeared that's maybe where the contact was affected. We'll see how he's able to get back into the game. We were talking before of where maybe these teams stand as far as standings wise, and you look at what Blaine has coming up right now. They've got a fairly, I think, manageable schedule coming up as we look at.
Yeah, their next matchup, Blaine's going to be on the road at Anoka.
We got, we'll pivot. Okay, you always got to be able to adapt on the fly here. We'll talk about Spring Lake Park. You got Elk River. That's a game that they maybe are sharing the bottom of the conference with right now. A couple of road games, Champlain Park and Andover. Armstrong on the road towards the end of the month.
Yusuf off the crossbar. Just about making it 3-0. Will stay 2-0 inside the box though. Blaine seeking. Spornak finds it. 3-0 game. Spornak again. That's 2 here in the second half. Spornak really helping separate this Bengal team.
And with 15-11 to play here in regulation, that feels kind of like the dagger, so to speak. But you know, just like any play that Blaine has made throughout this contest, it all starts with Barak Yusuf, and then it ends, as you said, with Sam Sporniak getting it in. Nice setup right in the middle, and then burying it before the keeper even knew what was happening, even knew what was going on. And 22, they're celebrating, they're loving it. A trio of goals for the Bengals here tonight.
Yeah, Sam Spornak, his junior season, he's having a lot of success, but now helping this Bengal team seem unreachable. 14 minutes, 45 seconds, ticking down. Now even more so, the Bengals just needing to use this clock. As Knockin laying it up, gonna make some way inside the box, bouncing ball and clearing it out that far sideline. Allow Alec Weil and his team to set up to take this one on. Bouncing ball back to Herrera Markwald.
There you go, Josh. That's a good decision.
Knocking, trying to make something happen. You're seeing the effort up top. Still just those 2 shots on goal. Nothing able to come of that ball bouncing inside the box. Alec Weil at the right place, just keeping this game in check. As we said earlier, the ladies matchup coming up next. Bengals free kick.
And coming up in that girls game, Blaine, an undefeated 4-0-1 record. Panthers sitting at 1-4-1. So in both of these games, kind of Blaine sporting a little bit of the better mark, but this one's been competitive here. I know this one's kind of been busted open a little bit here in the second half by the Bengals, but Spring Lake Park was certainly hanging around, making this one competitive for a better part of that first half, and then for all of that first half, really, and then a little bit here in the second half as well.
So Kumara setting up, plays it in off the head. Bengals don't need another goal, but who doesn't want to score one here with just 12 minutes to go? Goal kick coming from Herrera, Markwald, and Wayu. Gonna help build this attack. Something that the Panthers just got to focus on is trying to find their one goal. How do you separate the thoughts on, hey, we're down 3, you just got to make one happen. Perfect spin move. Looking textbook on the far side. Nothing coming of it. Panthers still able to clear this ball out for a moment. Getting it back from the attack angle, switching up here to the near side. CA. Wasn't able to turn when he got it up top, but now the opportunity here for Ray. Ray has some space inside the box, but Weil did not take a while to come up and stop Ray up right away. Unfortunately, both these guys down on the turf.
There's Weil after that play, a collision, and then Ray looked like he was holding his leg here, and it's always, he puts it out in front of him, and oh, you see Weil kind of slide right into the legs of Ray. You know, of course, Weil wants to be able to, or I should say, yeah, Weil wants to be able to knock that ball away as they're both kind of grimacing down there. The clock has stopped with 10:42 here left in regulation. Weil kind of sits up a little bit as he's trying to maybe clear the cobwebs out a little bit, but Ray finds himself still out on the ground. I mean, Ray's running full speed at that point, and then, you know, Weil, of course, trying to use his body to take away the ball and trying to, you know, get horizontal on the turf, so to speak. So that's always a play that that these kinds of things and these kinds of injuries are certainly possible. I hope everybody's okay. You see Weil up to his feet, Frank Ray. Now it's going to be up to his feet. He's been down a few times in this game. Maybe favoring one of his legs there, but it appears that at least for the time being, good sign he's on his feet and he's going to be all right.
Looks like Cam Jorgensen, the senior Stepping in net as Alec Weil finds his way off.
Ray coming to the sidelines as well. So both of these guys, we'll see what happens the rest of the way, but I would assume both of these guys are possibly done for the day with just north of 10 minutes remaining in this one.
Spornak to stop up. Looks like showing the hand check. Panthers get it going quickly. Starting with Wayu. Trying to swing through Christofferson. Wayu. Gonna come back, but the Bengals come out of it. Under 10 minutes to go. The lights are on, not quite needed yet, but they soon will be as our ladies take the pitch. Our second matchup, Bengals trying to play it to himself. Love the move, shot on Herrera, Markwald, Spornak. Wanted even more action still yet in this game, and we were getting it. Ruto. There's a guy wearing number 2, speeding up this near sideline, passed it to himself. Let's take a look at that again.
And just the deflection up in the air, and then it's, you know, kind of almost anybody's ball at that point, looking for the header in that one-on-one battle in the box. Just couldn't quite make contact there with the ball.
Our substitution, Lincoln Olsen stepping off as Micah Getz returns. On the far side with Kumara. Bengals free kick. Seeing everyone move forward, space out. All into the mix, and a shot fired right back off. Sige. Another ball crossed in, no one on the far side of it. Ball over everyone.
It seems like ever since that second goal, and that's kind of like, if Blaine was going to get the second goal, that's kind of how I thought that this game would play out. It's like, it just seems like the attack has maybe been deflated a little bit for Spring Lake Park, and Blaine is just now, obviously they got that third goal, and that's, you know, made this what seems to be pretty close to an insurmountable lead right now, and the Bengals just playing with all the momentum. Here late in this game, I mean, SLP came very close, so close on a couple of great scoring opportunities to maybe tie this one up at 1. But yeah, ever since there's been multiple goals on the board for Blaine, it's certainly gone back in their direction.
Yeah, you saw him be able to push for a little bit. The Panthers having a lot more opportunities. But whether it's just the play by the Bengals or some of that hanging your head, just obviously it's tough to go down by 3. Spornak down on the turf, grabbing his ankles. See if he's able to get up.
He's been obviously very active in this game, couple of goals throughout this, always involved in the play. Him and Yusuf have really been the main attackers for the Bengals tonight. Haven't Haven't heard as much from Demir Sesic in this one, but that's a good thing when you have this many players that can get the job done. And that's, you know, well, if one guy doesn't maybe step up and have his best game, you know, some other guys can certainly take advantage of that and play well as well. And that's, I think, what we've seen from Sam here tonight.
Porter, around to the near side. Bant had it stolen back here. Bengals. Do they have anything else running out? That end line, they'll give it back to Herrera Markwald.
And your side.
Ahmed returning. We're glad you're joining us here on North Metro TV in our doubleheader Tuesday. Panthers trying to find their first goal. Can they do it? Ball slotted just about.
Oh man, the cross out in front, just, you know, it's been so many different opportunities. Parker Trabant looking for Griffin Erickson there, and just, man, just a half a stride, 3/4 of a stride, whatever it was, just barely out in front of him, and just couldn't quite make the play.
And the difference in what the emotions would be in this game had the Panthers scored. Still 4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we'll see if SLP is able to get on the board here, but if this one does end up in a 3-0 game, I don't think the score differential will maybe indicate just maybe how close of a game this was for, you know, maybe what, 50, close to 60 minutes of this ball game here today. But I mean, it's an SLP team that, I mean, Centennial's sitting right there undefeated atop the league with Osseo, and they pushed them. They pushed them really hard yesterday, or not yesterday, but in the, you know, when we covered them, I think was last week, to just a 1-0 game. So this is a team that can push some of the better teams in the conference right now, but they just kind of need to find a way to get over that hump to be able to get some of these big wins against some of these good teams around the Northwest Suburban.
Spornak stopped up, felt the build up. Herrera Markwald able to step out and keep this one 3-0. Yeah, we don't have another life outside of this. That was yesterday, Ted, when we were working last.
You know, it's just, yeah, it's yeah. How many shoots ago was that? 2? Well, then it was 2 days ago, obviously, or whatever it was. It's all just gets kind of meshed up there sometimes, and it's hard to decipher what day was what.
Under 3 minutes to go. Something that Coach Luke Pauly of the Panthers was telling me is that it was some mental battles that they've had to try to overcome. It's definitely been something that they're working on here in the early part of the season. Luke Pauly's first season with this squad, and sometimes it's hard you can't teach mental. You have to find it within you sometimes.
Yeah, just going through some of those experiences of a season, you know, it's just, you know, like I said, it's not something that you can teach. It's just something that you have to learn on and to be able to adapt to as the season goes along.
Ball sent towards Weil, keeping it out with the Panthers. Still down here.
That's good with Weil on the bench right now due to injury. That's Cam Jorgensen, the senior, in that. Kind of makes a nice diving stop there. Yeah, hey, it's been a long game. We get it, man. It's all right. But that's a nice diving stop there by Jorgensen in relief of Weil over that.
Now, so many times you see a keeper go down, they go off for just that moment and come right back. But Definitely not the case needed for tonight with this 3-goal lead. Want him to rest up, be ready for that next matchup as they play on Thursday. Porter. Around 1. Able to help touch it wide. Hollenbeck out of reach. Just a minute left in the matchup. Our 3-0 game, the Blaine Bengals finding the first in the first half and 2 in the second half.
Late whistle, contact over there between Cameron Stewart and a Blaine defender, and it's going to be a free kick for the Bengals.
Ruto. He's going to let Sporniak get given up to Ruto. Ruto working around Hollenbeck. Trying to spin out, but too many Panther defenders. Trying to work around. Ball inside the box, bouncing, and the shot going left. 3 seconds to go. That's how this one wraps up our 3-0 matchup, Ted. And our first of our doubleheader.
Yeah, Spring Lake Park kind of fought. They fought throughout this game. Early goal from Blaine, but the Bengals were just too much. I mean, Barak Youssef got on the board with that first one, and then he was just involved in the play, especially early in the second half, and then a couple of goals there late from Sam Sporniak as well. But the Bengals getting through with a 3-0 win.
Well, Coach Aerosmith in his 27th season, proud of his Bengals, I'm sure, for the 3-0 matchup. But on behalf of my broadcast partner, Ted LaRue, I'm Blythe Whaley saying join us for our second matchup, our ladies, after this.